jumped around a lot.
I'm in the group chat already. I asked him what's his name. They said Corey Corbin. What a fucking joke. How they get paid doing jack shit? A Corey Corbin story.
So Corey Corbin.
Yeah.
He couldn't even slap against you, right? Because you guys aren't in like the same weight class.
Yes.
All right, so Corey Corbin. Who's the guy that he's been avoiding?
His name is Sass Billy, and we could have won against because he was going between super heavyweight.
He's like a tweener. Okay.
Yeah. Which we could use a light super heavyweight would be good. But yeah, I'm trying to find the
all good
picture on this guy or something.
So Unko Micah gets his sports start, football, high school, right?
Yeah.
That's at Nanakuli.
Yes, it is.
All right, so take me back to high school. What year did you even graduate?
Oh, man, 07.
07.
My graduating year.
Okay, so kind of way back in the day then, right?
I'm 34 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So freshman ball, what's that like?
It was a whole new world for me because, like I said, I didn't play Pop Warner, didn't play midgets. What I did do, though, was when I was in 8th grade, I became a water boy. Because it's Nanakuli High and Intermediate. So I was there for 7th and 8th grade. And my only way to get on the field was to be a water boy or equipment manager type stuff. So I took the position as a water boy just to be on the field, get a little grasp because I couldn't play football other than playing at the beach at Nanakuli Beach Park.
Throwing the ball, right?
Tackling everybody. But
stick the prick.
So yeah, a lot of people would think that I was part of the team. I was like, nah, I'm a water boy. The what? You didn't make grades? Like, no, I'm 8th grade. I'm here with all the JV guys in the varsity, but I'm just 8th grade. But,
same size as them, if not bigger.
Yeah. So 9th grade comes around, I get into football, and that was just strictly football. Like, the basketball wanted me, wrestling wanted me. But I was like, nah, I like being in that gridiron and just every play, we're just fighting for ground. And I wish I did play basketball and ventured off into wrestling, but that was my start, was just straight football.
Straight football.
Yeah.
So 4 years of football?
Actually 3 years. I think it was my junior year. I'm pretty sure it was junior year. Unfortunately, where I lived in Nanakuli, it was a street called Helilua, but there was a big riot that happened at school, and it was pretty much a lot of the Helilua hoodlums, a bunch of those guys, and what the athletic director did was anybody who's from Helilua on the football team got repercussions for what happened at school because it was a big riot. So it was me and like 4 other players that just got shunned away on our junior, I want to say our junior year.
And so senior year is gone.
Yeah, well, junior year was gone, but I came back my last year, but I ended up dropping out my senior year and ended up finishing adult school, but 07 would have been my graduating year. But I played senior ball because football season is the beginning of the school
Spring.
year. Yeah. So then I played basketball on my senior year. Then that's after basketball was done. That's when I had to I pursued work.
I feel you, because it's like
that's the whole.
I'm not here for school.
Yeah.
Right. You got to start providing, help pay the bills.
Yeah. So that's what happened on my senior year. But yeah, that's pretty much how my beginning went with sports.
How good were you your senior year?
I mean, I felt like I was Division I bound, and I had, to the best of my knowledge today, I had UH was looking at me, who wasn't UH looking at though, but it was my older brother was being looked at, and by him getting looked at, they looked at me as well
automatically.
And they just told me to graduate, and we had you on our roster. I had letters from New Mexico State, and I believe there was another college, but yeah, I felt like I was Division I prospect, and I could have gone to the league, and just being someone of this build who their football journey ended because of academics or just not having the means, the means to go to school, that
the financial backing from the family.
So it hurts me that's what took my opportunity, not because of an injury or because of I got caught beating up my girlfriend at a hotel party that got leaked out and there went my career, but no, it was just an unfortunate situation that I was dealt with, and I chose to provide for the family.
Right.
So whenever I look at football players today, and I'm like, man, that's literally my build. I'm 6'5", 6'5" on a good day, 6'4".
If you stretch, right?
Yeah, right now I'm standing at the last I weighed was 395.
Wow.
But that was like a week ago. So I'm pretty sure now it's back to 4.
I got a good weekend.
Man, when I'm back home at the house, I live with my other half, my mom and my brother, and we have my brother's kids are always there, so food's always around. Food's available at arm's reach. Every day I wake up, there's rice made, there's breakfast, there's spam going, there's Portuguese sausage. Like, man. So
Got him up.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how
it's crazy because you see that a lot back home. I feel like, especially in Hawaii, where things are like increasingly paycheck to paycheck, and it's hard to like make things work there, right? Like the best athletes, if they're not beating up their girlfriend or messing up academically or with the law, they just gotta go to work, and they never make it, or they never even try their college route.
Definitely, I've seen it, and I've witnessed it with friends and families, peers. I've seen it all, like just thrown away on a misfortunate event that they didn't have that guidance, and then,
or even just growing up at like that pressure of like, I mean, even if you get an opportunity, right, where it's not a full scholarship and you've got to even pay for just flights to get there and whatnot, like as an athlete with that capability, knowing you could be D1, knowing you couldn't pay for a flight to get there is a big time. Families can't even make that, and people start to spiral out of control from there.
Because I did have, after high school was done, I had all the arena football leagues, but like all I had to do was get there, like to pursue the football end. But I was too busy trying to provide for the bills for the family, and like just getting there was like
another month of paychecks, basically.
And that was the biggest step. And I felt like for me, as far as my football career goes, I felt like my biggest mistake was I never put my full efforts into it. Because how can I put my full efforts into this when I still have to provide for my my bills, my family? I have a 10-year-old daughter, 11-year-old daughter. She just turned 11. So, because when I moved to Vegas, I pursued it as well. I got offered. I played for a team here. I moved here in 2016.
Okay.
And I played for this team called Las Vegas Cobras. And the coach there was an OG coach. He had like years and years and years of coaching in California and in Vegas. This is 2016. He tells me, you stick with the team and work out. There's talks about an NFL team moving to Vegas. And I could potentially get you a tryout or, something like that. I look at him like, a football team in Vegas? Are you crazy, bro? Ain't no way that's going to happen. So, unfortunately, that didn't work. I ended up going to work again. I worked at the nightclub and fast forward, here we are today. There's a team in Vegas. And, but like I said, I never put my full shot into football. So, hopefully I can do that correctly with Power Slap or with slap fighting in general and do it correctly.
And it's kind of amazing that you stumbled onto that, right?
It's very amazing. I'm actually a really big fan of the Crazy Hawaiian. Like when he first started it, I was living in Vegas and I was seeing him post his videos. I was like, man, that's fucking gangster there. To me, that's gangster there. Like, I'm gonna take a slap from you. You're gonna take a slap from me. You're gonna stand there and you're not gonna move. I'm gonna stand there and I'm not gonna move. Like, to me, I don't know what else more is gangster than that. Like,
and growing up, like, there's nothing more scary than a Samoan slap.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I've seen it make 6'5", 6'6" men, grown 17-year-old boys cry.
Yeah, I remember a slap back in Hawaii. It was this dude him and his sister. I was talking to his sister, just politely, at the bus stop, and he came over there all aggressive, trying to like call me out, and I'm like, dude, we're just conversating, like, not trying to be no disrespect, but then he starts pushing me and tries to like fight me, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this. Like, I was just having a conversation. Then he pushed me the last time I was over it, so I slapped him, and I promise he went from his head to his feet being right where his head was. His head was in the sand because we're on the beach the bus stop by the beach. This is in Nanakuli. But yeah, so I slapped him and he straight, like, just flipped upside down.
Like when you hit somebody high-low in football and you make him like teeter over.
I was like, then he got up, holding his neck, and he just walked away. And I'm like, my bad, dude. I told you to stop. Like,
he was holding his neck from like the whiplash. You smacked him that hard.
And he just walked away.
I'm surprised he could walk away after that. That's crazy.
Yeah. What?
So 2016, you moved to Vegas. We're still kind of pursuing football a little bit, right?
I was here just to work. Then I was off like pretty much Monday to Thursday. I just wanted something to do to keep me going because I moved there alone. No family. My daughter's still in Hawaii. Needed something to kill my time. I looked on, I think it was like on Facebook, I found it. Called them up. Do you need linemen? Yeah, come out. I go there. They're like, oh, you made the team. I was like, what? I believe it was, I practiced with no pads. Then like the next day was game day. Or like the following day. I was like, you want me to go to game day? Like without, he's like, yeah. I was like, all right. And we went to California. And like I did phenomenal. Like, and I never played O-line. Let's get to that there. So I only played D-line all high school in Hawaii. My coach never let me play no other position. He's like, no, you D-line and only D-line, because there was no such thing as a player playing more than one position back then. Nowadays, everyone is more than one position. Well, not everyone, but there's a few guys who can play
both ways, right?
Back then, it was like, nah, just straight D-line. So I played O-line when I got here. And then my first game out there in California, semi-pros, man, I was just getting pancakes after pancakes, just boop, down. Like, dude stopped rushing my way. Like, he would literally stand in front of me and just go, like coverage around, or something, yeah. And then I go back to the hold. I'm like, dude, run my way. Like, you know, but like, they don't listen to me. You know, there's all these popolos, they do their own thing, whatever. And I'm like, dude, run the ball, like, no one's behind me, you know, or no one's rushing, like. But yeah, it was epic, man. And I was like, geez. I was like, I wish I played O-line in high school.
Would they have you playing guard?
I was playing tackle.
Tackle, okay.
Yeah. Guards are for the slower guys.
Right, okay. So, damn, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to underestimate you like that.
But I was playing tackle. I was playing guard as well, but I was playing both as well too. I was playing defense, but I was playing nose. Like we were when we were at the sideline, there's only like 4 players. So it's like, man, I need a break.
Everybody's playing like, Iron Man crew, right?
Exactly.
Both ways, gassing.
But it was fun. I was definitely not ready for. I wasn't in shape for that, but I felt like I still dominated. It was amazing, and I just wish I had a better coach, I guess, growing up to play both sides and to find that position. And I feel like for that aspect it's getting better, but I know in Hawaii it's from seeing my nephews and my little cousins, that favoritism still going around in Hawaii.
Of course.
It's just...
I never see favoritism going away in Hawaii.
Yeah, like... Which is why we all run away here, I guess.
Bunch of people, right?
Like, I guess I can get it if you favoritism on skills, not just, oh, that's my cousin. Yeah, but... That's
my brother's nephew's son.
But that's what made us today, and I get it, but... That could only better our programs in Hawaii is by putting the skills where they need to be.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've got a big problem with like the top tier level talent back in Hawaii. Do you notice all of the guys in the top 25, none of them sign at the University of Hawaii? Everybody's going somewhere else across the nation.
Yeah. UH definitely does get looked over because I feel like they don't want to play in Hawaii no more. Like, we grew up here, thought we were going to play for UH. And I don't understand why. Because if UH offered me a full ride, I would play for UH. I'll put Hawaii in my back.
Of course, you'd become a local celebrity in the place that you grew up on your island.
Yes.
You got to bring us back to the glory days.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, like 07 when we went 12-0? We're ranked in the top 10.
Was that Cole Brennan?
Cole Brennan season. That's right.
That's who I watched. Was Timmy Chang going into Cole Brennan? Was that Chad Owens? Or was that...
Chad Owens was up with Timmy Chang. Cole Brennan had Devon Best.
Devon Best.
Justin Rivers.
Yeah, there's running back too, Nate Law.
Yep.
Like, those are the days.
Kilo Polaris was back then.
Those are football days. And I wish I played with them. And I probably would have been like the following year after that. But I felt like that was our last year of like the Island Boys being there. And there wasn't even really Island Boys.
One generation after that, because you still get like Montecillo from the Big Island, like Blaze Soares. My cousin Brian Moniz was like,
Brian,
that was the last generation. Though. After that, it's kind of been, they go just recruit guys from junior colleges on the Western Coast, basically.
Yeah. And Brandon loved the Hawaii life.
Right.
Like I've done but I've read into his life because Brandon he put a name there, and Timmy Chang, Brian, those are great quarterbacks. There's big controversy behind Brian, but I've really never. That was just a fun topic to always talk about, the whole betting thing.
Yeah.
But I was still Hawaii boy, so I had no clue about all that till I moved to Vegas. Now I bet on everything.
It's crazy, right?
Except for Power Slap, I cannot bet on that. So,
that's nuts. So, how many seasons did you end up playing? Is it semi-pro?
Yeah.
So, how many seasons did you end up playing semi-pro?
I don't even think I even made it a season. I played on like 4 different teams just for like a month or 2.
So you're kind of like whoever signs me up, who's gonna let me play with them, I'm gonna kill.
Even in Hawaii, there was a league. I believe it was called HPFL. I think it was Dion Branch who made it. They had tryouts at the Aloha Stadium. Like they had a draft, and after we did our performance, they would draft us. I got drafted to this team, Honolulu Volcanoes. Like I said, I probably did 2 games with them, and then I got over it or had to work. Like I feel our first game was at Waipahu High School football field, and we went there, and there was still a Pop Warner game or some midget game going on, and our game didn't get played till like 10 at night. Like man, it was a late game, but we played. It was fun, that, and that league was rough too. Like in Hawaii, like man, everyone's there just to hit.
Like you said, it's a lot of like the best guys that ever played football in Hawaii that just didn't go off to college.
And in Hawaii, our semi-pros are just the guys who just want to hit.
Bang.
Who know how to hit.
Versus the hardest hitters.
Semi-pros here are all the guys who know how to play the game.
That just weren't good enough.
Yeah, because I feel like anyone can play the game, but it's different when you have the skill set and the body to do what needs to be done. And that's where we come from in Hawaii, Samoa, all the Tongans, like we have all that,
When they also like to hit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It lets a lot out.
Yeah, it does.
That physical expression of what's inside of you. It's a warrior spirit that you grew up with, that you're raised with.
Yeah, and that I slowly had to learn more about as a lineman, being in that trench. Like, yeah, you can fight them all day, but you still gotta watch where the quarterback's going, watch the receiver, watch if someone's pulling. Like, so it's not all about just
banging and hitting the guy in front of you. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I feel like that's one of the positions that's gotten harder and harder to play in general, is that defensive line unit with the play action reads, the pass run options now, the pull the ball out, quarterback keeps. Like everything has changed as a defensive lineman. You've got to be so much more athletic than before as well. Yeah. It's awesome. So you take about 3-4 years off from any kind of athletic activity.
Oh, probably more.
From 2016?
Yeah, I guess.
Something like that. And then how does
the
the crazy Hawaiian get back to finding you and calling you up for the slap event out in California?
So I'm actually really good friends with him.
Okay.
Like we grew up in Hawaii together. We went to school together.
Same age-ish, sort of?
Yeah, same age.
Wow.
Like we went to school. We had class together. So he actually moved here to work. Oh, well, not to work, but he ended up working at this club called Goat Spike. And I was at some neighborhood where they were like, oh, this guy from Hawaii just moved here. His name is Lane. He just moved here from Hawaii. It's like, Lane? I was like, I know who that is. I told everybody, oh, Lane. Oh, Lane Viernes. I could beef with him, bro. Call that fucker come right now. But they never know. They never know that I knew who he was. So when they see me, he's like, Micah, you fucker. Like, it's just, you know, how it always is love off top. And it always is and always will be. I love that guy. But yeah, so we reconnected here. And this is before he even started slap fighting, that we already reconnected from Hawaii. So we, you know, locked in Instagram numbers. He eventually moved from Vegas to Missouri. And Missouri is where he started slap fighting. And he did it with Slap Fight Champion. Then, like I said, when he made an event with Chin Check, then he reached out to me through Instagram. And
now, so was that before or after the pandemic?
Oh, this is after the pandemic.
Like in 2020, though, somewhere around there?
It's after the pandemic, yo.
Okay. As things start to open back up, or are they still kind of closed out? Do you remember?
No, it was after. It was like right after.
Right after.
When everyone was on that entrepreneur hustle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he starts it up. What was that first slap for you? Like, what was it like? Because you're going into it. Obviously, like you said, it's crazy. You've been watching him do it. You've seen his slap fights. You know you're gonna get hit.
Yeah. So for me, it was very special. So like I said, we flew from here to Stockton. So my opponent actually, I met him at the airport. And, you know, I was like, hey, how you doing? His name is Steve-O. You know, I said, I could tell that you're the one I'm going against. Well, you know, hey, good luck. You know, let's get it in. And, you know, we ended up talking story. We ended up drinking, chilling, just having, you know, talking story. Like we've been best friends. Because for me, I see it as it's just a combat sport. Nothing personal. You know, like, I have no hate against anything that you've done or been through. I'm just here to slap the shit out of you and let you slap the shit out of me, and so be it. Win, lose, or draw, I appreciate you for doing this with me, you know? Like, that's all it was. And we get on stage. I was getting the first slap. So for me, that was a lot for me. I'd rather get slapped first personally, just because that will rile me up. It's hard coming out cold. Like, you're coming out cold, you know? Like sometimes that first hit coming to you, now you're locked in.
It's kind of like football, right? Like if you broke through the line, or if a pulling guard came across, hits you, it kind of wakes you up a little bit. That first hit, right?
Yeah. So but as a person going first, and I've never done it before. It's really different. I think a lot of people don't understand that it's different when you're whacking someone or when you're slapping somebody who's expecting it. It's completely different from slapping somebody who's not expecting it. Like, they're bracing for impact. They're aware that it's coming. Like, it's a different face when you hit. But I went first, and like I actually tweaked my elbow when I first hit him, because man, his face was just a stone wall. Like, fuck. So yeah, that first slap going in, winding up on his face. I had no care that I was slapping the shit out of him. Like, I didn't see him. I just saw my mission, his face, his chin, his cheek, and, you know.
So when you lined up for that first slap, did you think you were going to knock him out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every slap that I'm swinging and knock you out. Except for when it came to my next fight with the Crazy, not my next fight, but my third fight which was the Crazy Hawaiian. Because that penalty call fucked up my mind.
Was it a pivot?
They call it clubbing.
Clubbing.
Which is pretty much the placement of my hand, which I felt, yeah.
Kind of like leading with like the palm area?
Leading with the palm area, or like if it's too low or too high. But I felt like it was it was more like stepping versus a club on that hit. Because I had refs come back to me and tell me that was a messed up call on our end. And after that first slap, my next slap, I was just trying not to get penalized again. So but when I was with Steve-O, my second fight was with the Cracker. Those two, I was aiming to knock heads off, you know, just like that first slap against Hawaiian. I was aiming to knock his head off. Then my next one, now I'm trying to stay clean, you know, no fouls, and deliver a good slap.
So at that point, you're not really swinging all out. Like, you're not actually trying to hit him. Yeah. You're making sure all these other things that you're not messing up on or faulting on.
Yeah.
So That first slap that you take in your first fight, what was that like?
That first slap that I received, it was just like getting slapped in the face. But for me, are we gonna release this? Because I'm giving away my secrets right now. No. but for me,
what kind of secrets can there be to slapping? You gotta let me know.
Well, for taking a slap. But so when he slaps me, like, man, I guess I could sum it up to like Waterboy, that like all my anger and all my frustration that I've never let out. That's what I get to do on that stage when that slap is coming to me. I feel like I'm eating up everyone that's ever doubted me or clowned me or disrespected me. That's what I get to eat that up and that's my turn. Like that's who I see in front of me. I don't see the crazy Hawaiian. I don't see that sumo slapper. Like I see my past that I get to put some physical pain on it.
All the pain that life's basically tried to inflict on you.
Yeah, and
you eat that up and you give it back.
And I've done it a lot. You know, I'm 6'4", 6'5", whatever. I've been doing security work since I was 9th grade. So I've been teased and joked and laughed at all my life, and I'm the nice guy. You know, I will never. I don't want to hurt a fly. I don't want to hurt nobody. I wish no ill will on no one. You know, I just want to live life, have fun, and now that I get this platform where I can get physical, that I can hurt someone, just like football. That's what football was. It was to get that aggression out and, you know, whistle to whistle. Once that whistle, hey, I'm done. Mm-hmm. You know, wait to the next whistle, dog. Whoop. So that's where I go in when I get that hit. Like I go to that anger moment that I felt at that bar where that dude spilled his beer, you know, and that's how I lock in and I tense my whole body up and just eat that slap.
All right, so when you're eating a slap, what is it like? Like, are you getting rattled like a big hit in football where you get your bell rung? Is it that big, or are you just like nothing, just shaking it off?
Honestly, it wouldn't be like that rattle for football because I know that rattle you're talking about.
Where like it flashes and everything's ringing, like, and you're just disoriented.
I haven't, I guess maybe for others, but for me, I haven't experienced that yet. For me, when I get hit, it just goes, it's like 1 or 2 seconds, just straight white, black. And then boom, I'm back. But to me, that was like a jolt or like a wake up. Almost like I just got instantly, I wouldn't say drunk, or like when you're all drunk and you get that buzz that just hits, but like it's that buzz that you want to keep going. It's that buzz that I'm here now, like I'm locked in now. That's the hit. That's the feeling that I get, and I feel like if it was if our slaps went like I slap him and I can rebuttal right back, like it would be completely different. Like, but since we slap and then now we have this break that we have to take, like that's where it's like really hard for me to get that to reignite that inside me. But that's why I stay locked in and angry, and you know, because once that slap hits, I'm ready to go back. I wish we could. I don't know if we can even talk to them about how that could go, but they want us to have our rest period after getting slapped, yo.
Well, it gives you a little bit of chance to get your bearings right, I guess, and get the brain from sloshing around kind of.
But see, like, I'd rather just get slapped and just and then right back, you know, like within 5 seconds, just bah. But
you think it takes a little bit of advantage away from them as well?
Of the slapper?
Right. I mean, well, not the slapper, but like for you against them, like if you feel like you're giving them an extra rest as well when you take your time?
Yeah.
Okay. Out of curiosity, have you ever been like knocked out in a fight or even like dazed?
I've been knocked down, dazed, but not knocked out. And that was another reason why I liked doing this. I've never experienced a knockout. I've been in a few fights growing up. You know, when I say a few, I'm really downplaying it because
the way you said that was with a smile was hilarious.
Because everyone knows, not everyone, but on the west side, non-Cooley, Hawaiian, where I grew up, everyone knows my brothers, my older brother London and my little brother Malachi, and they were the rowdy ones. They would like every other day, every weekend, my mom would call me, "Where you stay? Your brother's at it again." Like they were always fighting, and I was always there to get down with my brothers. No questions asked. Wait, who? Bet. You know, like at the water park, Kapolei bus stop, Kapolei Transit, you know, Waianae Mall, like Waianae Boat Harbor, like, you know, even back home in Nanakuli, we'd be, you know, like, but that's, you know, that's our days of growing up. So, yeah, I've never been knocked down, or I've never been knocked out. I've been knocked down against a cracker, but everyone knows, and he knows it, that he straight up led with his palm, and he straight up palmed me. But, you know, I don't know if I can say in my defense, but that fight against the cracker wasn't supposed to be my fight. I was at this event in California. Duffy, you remember where it was in California? Was it? It was in Victorville. It was supposed to be the Hawaiian hitman. He was supposed to fight the cracker, but he had pulled out that day. But then the day before, I was there I had a fight in Texas coming up. So I was there to promote my fight in Texas. So I was having my fun. I was having a few drinks. I was up with this guy, you know, and we get to the event and they're like, "Oh, so you're gonna fight the cracker?" I was like, "Oh, no, it's not." I thought they were having a mix-up because I often get asked if I'm the hitman or the crazy Hawaiian, and I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm not the crazy Hawaiian. I'm not the Hawaiian hitman. The other guy is gonna go against the cracker." Like, "Oh no, we heard it was Unko Micah." I was like, "What? Okay." So then when I find out, they were like, can you do it? I was like, "Say less, let's go. Let's get it." So just by chance, I bought my mouthpiece, you know, and so I did it.
He stays ready.
So yeah, hey, if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. But you know, when I got on that stage, I could have sworn, man, before he hit me, just everything spun for me, and like when he hit me, I ate it. So like I stumbled back, and that how you mentioned that you got knocked out in that dizzy or the football hit, that's what I felt right there. Then I tried to catch my bearings, but then I fell down forward, and I got up, and I got myself together. I was ready. I was like, "Oh, let's go." I slapped him, I knocked him down, but he got back up, and I'm thinking right there, like, yo, I'm done. Like I'm done. So I get ready for the hit, and I just like, oh shit, I'm still standing. Oh, then I slap back on him. Then he's done. He went down, and he couldn't get up within the time, and he pulled out. He's like, I'm done.
Shit.
So I really thought I was gonna go down in that second hit, but like that hit just, and I broke my jaw too.
From the first hit.
Yeah, my jaw. Man, after that was done, we went to go McDonald's to eat McChicken, cause they got the regular McChickens.
Yes, bro, I know. See, fuck the hot and spicy, bro.
It's not hot and spicy.
McChicken, bro.
So that was my celebration. It was go to McDonald's and get the McChicken, and I couldn't chew it. I had to like piece it and just. But that was my victory food, the original McChicken.
Why is that a thing? Like in Hawaii, we still have the regular McChicken, right? We don't even have a hot and spicy out there. Why is that a thing?
I've actually done the research to this.
Okay, what's the answer?
And I know the reason why. It's because of the Mexicans and the black people here in Vegas. They're catering to them. Because this is not our home. This is not the Polynesians' home. That's pretty much my assumption.
Well, no, that makes a lot of sense though, because like
the demographic.
And who else would be going to McDonald's, right?
Yeah. So when I went here, they're like the original McChicken. No, just the original. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
There's no. So even someone, I think Duffy, did I put you onto the regular McChicken?
Yeah, I never knew about it.
And he was born.
Really?
You were born and raised there.
Yep.
And so when we went out there, he was like, "What do you mean the regular?" I was like, "Yes, bro."
Bro, it's so much better.
Yeah.
Because it's like a normal amount of spice too, because it still has some spice to it, right?
So when we go to California, that's definitely a to do on our list is 10 McChickens plain. Because if I've already done this month, I've ordered 20, I've ordered 30, but I get it plain so I can preserve it more longer.
What do you mean? Plain.
Just a McChicken and a bun.
Oh, with no mayonnaise.
Because I can bring it home and I can add my mayonnaise. I can add the leaf lettuce.
Oh, so you actually bring it from California back to Las Vegas. Let's
yes,
go.
because I've done it before, and I might have forgotten, but if it had the mayonnaise and the lettuce that's already diced up in it, it's like
all
after
soggy and everything.
But if you get it plain, now I can just preserve it better.
Come home, put your own mayonnaise, put some lettuce on it.
Yep.
You take your McChicken serious.
I sure do.
I haven't heard that in so long.
But yeah, so that's why I knew I broke my jaw was realigned. But
so after your jaw was crooked, did it come back to normal?
Nah, I don't think so. So check this out. So this is with Chin Check, with the crazy Hawaiian and his partner, which I will not mention his name, but so he was like the crazy Hawaiian's partner was like, so you still have your fight in Texas, which was like in 2 months, and he was like, or maybe not even 2 months, maybe like a month, and I'm like, dude, my jaw's broken, like I don't think I'll be ready for a fight in a month, and he's like, well, and the cracker was a left hand slapper, so he makes a joke going, oh, but this guy's a right hand slapper, so he might be able to slap your jaw back into place. I was like, yeah, you're not wrong, but nah, I'm good right now, and he didn't even pay me for that second fight either.
Against the firecracker?
Against the cracker, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wait, is it firecracker or cracker?
It was. I believe his name was the Big Cracker.
Oh, the Big Cracker.
Yeah.
Is this the huge white guy?
Yes. And yeah, we did not get paid for that. It was a promotional fight.
What the fuck?
Yes.
So did that go on your professional record though?
I don't think so. And now that you said that, because I was actually just looking at my record on the MMA fight thing. They have Steve-O and the crazy Hawaiian there, so maybe that's why that's not there, which is cool. But I know it wasn't paid. I know I never got them paid. So
after that, how many more fights did you have before getting to slap?
No. The next one was Power Slap with the crazy Hawaiian.
Your very next one
Was the crazy Hawaiian.
So you only had 2 outside of Power Slap.
Yes.
And then your very next one is for the title?
My debut. No. It was just a regular. It was just a debut fight for me and him, but it was more so the crazy Hawaiian's debut because he was the guy coming in here 15-1, I believe, or some crazy stats.
So how was that for you getting matched up against him for your debut with Slap?
I honestly, I wish that they would have held off on bringing in the crazy Hawaiian, because as much as I'm a friend, like I said, I'm a fan, and I don't feel like we deserve to match up against him because he's already a seasoned vet, but we're all newcomers in this, so we're all basically entering Power Slap 0-0 in Power Slap's league, but I don't know if they're counting our professional fights as well either, because my stats still say 0 wins, and if you guys are, I want my win on my record, and but like I see other slap fighters who have their outside professional league wins on their record, like Wolverine, because Wolverine was also a slap fight champion. They give Hawaiian the crazy Hawaiian his wins, but it's always I don't know if it's a favoritism, but it's certain stats are getting counted.
Is it because they had it with a specific organization, possibly, or a certain promotion?
I believe so. But so the only outside leagues today, to the best of my knowledge, is Slap Fight Champion and Chin Check.
Okay.
Which I came from there, the Hawaiian Hitman and Kainoa Russell.
Okay.
That we all came, and they got their wins from Chin Check to their roster. So I just felt like I should have mine too.
Right. So you're kind of getting screwed over a little bit.
Yeah. But those are the 2 outside leagues outside of Power Slap that I'm aware of that are doing it correctly, I guess, or legitly.
Right. So, all right. Tell me, how do you train for something like power slap? Because I can see how you would train slapping, possibly. I'd still want to hear the details behind it. But how would you even train getting slapped?
Yeah, so that answer has changed dramatically. Today, I train now according to the rules, like the stepping, the strike zone, which is pretty much where to land on the face. So for the slap, that's how I train. I pretty much train by just doing full motion slaps, cause like I feel like if I'm curling or doing dumbbells, like that doesn't really train you for a slap. Like if you do MMA,
Right.
If you train to throw a hook, you're training. You're doing your hook follow throughs, right? Like you're hooking the bag, you're hooking mitts. So my counteract to that is training the slap, like, and that's, like I said, that's how I do for the slap. And I wish I had a training partner or someone to watch, but I pretty much record, and then I watch, like if I was stepping, and if I was off on my where I aim to hit on the bag, and then when I landed, I try to make my alterations. That's how I train for delivering the slap. As far as receiving the slap, man, that's something that I'm still trying to work on. I felt like I've done it all my life, so that's what I have in my back pocket for that. For the most part right now, I pretty much get the medicine ball and I just throw it at my face. Like
I wasn't expecting that.
yeah, like I'll just throw it right at my face as hard as I can, just to, that full action of getting hit in the face.
Right.
Sometimes I would like the boxing headgear. Mm-hmm. Like I would put that on, and I would like spin in circles, and I'll have my friends slap me. just
in different angles and whatnot.
And I keep telling them, don't slap to knock me out. Just like everyone thinks that's like when I say slap me, like you could just do like a little love tap, just So that's what I would have my buddies do.
So you're just trying to strengthen like your neck muscles, just get used to taking those impacts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until I can figure some other strategic strategy way, because flinching, I just feel like I don't really have to train that aspect of receiving it, because I've been receiving slaps all my life. The real answer is being raised by someone, mom and dad. That's the real answer. So you guys can do the research and look into what that means, but so the flinching, that's the part where if you are signing up to do a slap fight, and any organization, power slap fight, whatever, if you stand there and you flinch, man, you should never come back to doing this. Like, how can you flinch when you know this is coming? Where I'm slapping you on 1, 2, or 3. Like, you know that I'm gonna slap you. Like, why would you flinch? So that's my best on training to get slapped.
So I've talked to a couple of guys, and they've told me that they don't know how long they could do this, maybe 3 or 4 years. But these guys are guys that are, they're getting dropped. They're getting like knocked out. They've actually lost by knockout. What is it like for you? Because it seems like it's not as big as an impact or an effect on you. How long is your career with the slap league in general, you think? How long could you stay with this sport?
Oh, as long as they want me to. I don't see a timeline for me for this. I'm open for it.
Because a lot of people, like, they worry about, I guess, like the head damage, the trauma you take on. But even for like football, it's just different, right? Like there's guys that play for 20 plus years, no CTE, no health problems. Howie Long talks about it, how he's kind of like normal. Like doesn't really have much effect from his Hall of Fame career that he had in the NFL. And then there's other guys who, do crazy acts or even take their life, and they claim CTE was the problem, only being in the league like 7-8 years. So like for you, is it just different to where it doesn't affect you like that?
I don't think anyone can hit me hard enough to give me CTE. So I just feel like
just built different.
Just built different. somebody please in power slap, give me a CT and let me see that happen. I don't think that's gonna happen for me personally, and yeah, I don't see that for me.
Well, people have to understand, like, Samoans are built different. Polynesians built different.
Yeah. So like my fight with the sumo slapper, no disrespect to him, but like I said, I don't see you're not. I'm not seeing you. I'm seeing what I went through, what I'm trying to do. So when I went against him, I knew that I could go at least 10 rounds. So on that fight, you can see that I'm trying not to use my palm. My first slap I gave him was like me doing my best to deliver a good shot, stay within the rules, and not get a foul. And I did. But he stood there and ate that shit too. So credit to him. But then when I felt his, I was like, okay. Oh, and he clubbed me. On his slap, he clubbed me. So in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm winning. I delivered a slap, clean, perfect. I got a 10 round. He hit me, so he got an 8 round. And so my next slap, I purposely like fingertipped him. Like I told my coach, if I want to see the full video, but they only show whatever they clip. But I'm telling my coach, like, hey coach, I'm gonna do the fingertips because I told him that I was gonna do a fingertip slap. Because like if I had just slapped him with the fingertips and knocked him out, like, which of course is crazy, but yeah, that's what I was trying to do, just trying to stay clean, So my second slap, you see that it's more back, like my palm is nowhere near his face. Like a lot of fighters, man, their palm is right there on them, and I kind of don't like that. As far as it's a slap, and we're getting a free slap to our opponent, and I want to honor that. I want to give you a nice clean slap. I'm not gonna turn away and give you a all almighty slap and hit you right in your eye, because that has happened.
Happens a lot.
Because and that, basically that happens when you take your eyes off the target. That's when you end up with that clubbing call, or if your opponent flinches. But yeah, so my next slap on my second round, I used more of my fingers. The third one was like really just fucking fingertips on him, because I knew I was winning. Like I know I was winning on the scorecard. Like yeah, and then they called it a draw. I was like, what? A draw?
So you think they gave him the second and third round?
No, it was still me.
Okay.
But they called it a. Well, I think he got the second round.
Well, because you had him 10-8 in the first, right?
Yeah.
So you're up 2.
Yeah.
They probably gave him 2 and 3 for it to be that draw.
No, I think they gave him 2 and they gave me 3, but then they just called it a draw.
Why?
I think maybe it's for the show, because this is in the house. This is for season 2. So it was a draw. So we both got there was no winner's bonus, because that was one thing that we were like, and I was like, I get it, I understand. It's a winner's bonus. None of us won, so why should we get the winner's bonus?
Right.
Like no one won. It was a draw. Because I'm a very literal man. Like if you tell me wait 5 seconds, I will wait 5 seconds. And but yeah, winner's bonus, nobody won, so I get it. Then in the house, they had to keep one of us. They let him advance to the next round. And he ended up losing to Maki, the other Samoan. I think it was a TKO, I guess, because he got slapped and he pulled out. Like wasn't even a knockout. Wasn't the decision. He just said, I'm done.
Yeah, he didn't want to continue.
Yeah. So that would be a TKO, right?
Yeah, I believe it was a TKO. They called it.
That was my first fight with Steve-O as well. That on round 4, after I slapped him, he just said he was done.
Oof. Jesus.
I was like, man, I don't know about tapping out. That's rough.
Starts with a P?
Tapping out?
No, pussy.
Man. Like, I'm not gonna tap out.
Right.
Like either you knocking me out or a ref.
Right.
A ref stop it. You can't stop the ref. If the ref pulls it, the ref pulls it. But to tap out, in this sport, I think that's a no.
Yeah.
Especially if I seen guys on power slap deliver a slap, then they tap out. Like, oh, I broke my wrist, I'm done. Like, I think I might just do it on my next slap. Slap somebody, oh, my wrist hurts, I can't take this slap, I'm done.
Wow. But that went on as a loss on his record, though, right? The guy that did that?
Yeah.
See, that doesn't even make sense to me.
Like, so, like I said, I can understand a ref stoppage. Like, but why would a ref stop you from getting a slap because your wrist is broken?
Well, here's the thing. And for the pay setup, is it similar to the UFC scale where it's a win and like a show and a win structure kind of thing?
Yes, there's the show, which is the 5K. That's the show up is 5.
And then the win is about the same?
Another 5.
And then you still have an opportunity to have fight of the night kind of thing?
Fight of the night, and all that, sponsor bonus,
Okay, so that's big too, I'm assuming, the sponsor bonus, if you do get a part of that?
Yeah. I wouldn't know what that's like.
not yet, at least, right?
Not yet, at least.
So when is your next fight coming up?
And I hope soon. We do have Power Slap 8 coming June 26th, I believe.
I think that's right. And that's going to be the biggest one yet, Power Slap 8, right? It's going to be at the Fontainebleau here in Las Vegas.
And that's great. I've actually been there on the opening day. I had a client. I do bodyguard. One of my clients would always go there to eat at Poppy's and go to Live nightclub. It's really nice, and I'm excited for it. I was actually looking at rooms today to get it now. It's $150 for a room there.
Really?
Right now, at least.
Okay, I just,
you know what I'm saying?
I thought it would have been higher than that.
Exactly. That's why I saw 150 to 200. I was like, I should book this now. And then come that week of Power Slap, man, that shit's probably gonna skyrocket.
Right? Well, I mean, you can't get a hookup from Uncle Dana.
Nah, Dana's too busy, And I told Dana, I was like, Dana, find somebody who's gonna knock me out, Dana, because I've had 2 matches there, and I ain't been rocked. I stood there and just waited for the slap to come again.
So, what is your favorite story, personally, for you and Dana White that you've had with him?
Me and him, I've only met him twice, but both times. Well, first time was at work. We was at the show. He's loud. He's aggressive. Then I met him at, was it Red Rock, where he was loud, but he loves to gamble, man, and I'm a gambling man myself too. So, but just being with it, I really don't have a story other than me asking him to find someone to knock me out, and he just said we're working on it, But hopefully I get to have more stories with him, but that'll probably be the only one.
So what does that look like? Because it's been how long since your last fight?
Man, October last year.
October last year, and you don't have one booked yet, right?
Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet.
But they keep telling me, be on standby. They told me to get my passport because I guess we should. I think Power Slap 9 might be out there in Abu Dhabi.
No way.
Yeah.
With the UFC card that's going to be out there?
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, so that makes sense with you saying that. That lines up with a UFC card that's coming up in like a couple of months.
Is it August?
I believe so, if I'm not mistaken.
So,
it's a few months away.
Yeah, so yeah, I got to get on my passport right now.
And it looks like you might be going to Abu Dhabi?
Well, I mean, if they can find someone, man, we have, I believe right now, we have the super heavyweight fight on 8, which is the Crazy Hawaiian going against Danny from, I forget his nickname, but, when it comes to I want to talk about everybody by their fight name, and they're not showing, I forgot his fight name, but Danny, his name. Danny just is coming off of a loss against Maki. He lost, I guess, DQ because he hit his opponent twice with a club, and now he has a title shot. That's where I'm like, why does he get the title shot? Should be Maki, but I think because it's international week, so there's a lot of people from other countries that are going to be on this card or on that card in June. So it should be fun. I'm ready to be an alternate if that's a thing. Or it is a thing, but I told them already, like, hey, I'm ready. I think they said there's gonna be 3 super heavyweight fights, and I'm not any of them.
Wow.
I'm like, well, if there's 3, I'm ready to be an alternate for any of those 3 fights.
That's interesting because you are the 7th ranked super heavyweight right currently, right?
Yeah.
And you get snubbed like that. Do you know if it's the top 6 guys going against each other?
I know. Fuck, I don't even know if I can say things, but fuck it. I know Mana is having a fight, the Hawaiian Hitman. So I know that's the other card, and I can't remember the other one. I think it was Camille, the person that the crazy Hawaiian went against. The polar bear, his name was.
Right.
And I wanted to go against him because I had one against Hawaiian, and Hawaiian stood there and ate my slaps too. Then when he went in against Camille pretty much was eating his shit too, until I think round 3 he was tapped, but Hawaiian couldn't knock him out, you know. And like I said, I see competitive or I just want to compete, you know, and I want to. Oh, that guy can eat Hawaiian. I want to go against him now. So that's the other fighter that I know says that he's gonna be on Power Slap 8.
Okay. So out of everyone currently ranked in the super heavyweight rankings for Slap League, for Power Slap, who do you think, or who would you like to call out? Who would you like to fight next?
Number 1, Hitman.
And do you think you can get that fight?
Well, this is where it's, I guess this is where it's interesting because he just had his fight against Waterboy where he lost because he stepped, and there was a beautiful slap. You know, they both did a really good job, but Hitman stepped on the first one and he stepped on the second, like, and to me that's just not good at all. Like, we are all professionals now to do Power Slap, and if you can't slap without stepping, are you even training? Like, how can the biggest rule of all, don't step, be the rule you break twice as a number 1 contender or the number 1 ranking? And yeah, I would love to go against the number 1, because if I'm number 7 and I beat number 1, should my ranking go up to number 1?
If you beat the best, should it not be you, right?
Right. So when he lost to the Waterboy, the rankings didn't move. The rankings stayed the same, which I don't know if they just never adjusted it yet, or if they're just playing it safe to just keep it there, which is why they probably put more fights on this card. But on this card, there are fighters who aren't ranked that are competing. Because Camille, I'm pretty sure he's not in the rankings. Then yeah, we need to get that ranking straight. I'll go against anybody in that ranking. I'll go against the crazy Hawaiian again, but I want the rankings to be done correctly. So hopefully whoever runs our page can get that going, I guess. Like,
right. Do you think there may have not been a moving because of the 2 faults, and they just give him so much credit they didn't drop him in the rankings possibly?
I think they just played it safe and just left it there. So then they went to this fight and see what happens on Power Slap 8.
So we got some controversy brewing in the rankings right now currently for Power Slap.
Yep. I'll go against anybody. Like, I really want to go against Maki too. The other someone was Big Mac. Yeah, I would, man. But when me and Big Mac goes, I want it to be everyone to tune in and watch. You know, I want to get that check.
That would be huge, right? Out in Abu Dhabi, you and Big Mac out in Abu Dhabi, that'd be huge.
Yep, that would be huge. And you know, all our people will tune in and watch, and I would do my best to knock him out, and I'll do my best to take his slap, and that's all I'm gonna do over and over. So, but I feel like Power Slap, I feel like behind the scenes they're trying to make it like wrestling. That's what I feel like they're trying to do. Like, with they want characters, they don't want competitors. Like, I'm here to compete, you know, and but they want who can do all the flashiness and get all the followers, which I guess is equals money, but I can do both. So
You think it's time to start tuning it up, talking a little bit more shit, creating a little bit more buzz?
yeah, I've been my next fight was actually supposed to have been against Slap for Cash. I've posted it on. Oh, that was actually before Power Slap 8, before the TV show, but he actually declined my contract. Well, not declined. I guess he was asking for more money to get paid to go against me, cause he lost to Hawaiian Hitman. Then I went against the crazy Hawaiian. My next fight was supposed to have been Slap for Cash. I said, yep, I'm ready. Then he was wanting more money, so then they canceled our fight.
Wow.
And I was like, bro, why would you want, like, I can get asking once, but like I asked once, but like you must have been like trying to pry that shit out of them, or you must have said more money or I'm not doing it. So fortunately that fell through. But then after that I went to the house, brought to the title, and ended up competing there. Did my little sparring match. Probably shouldn't have done it. I probably should have went for the kill, but you know, it's a new sport and I'm trying to pave my way through it.
Learn your lessons, right? It's just such a new game. It's
Yeah.
You guys are the pioneers of the sport.
Yep. So my next fight, I'll definitely do my best to come out the winner on the knockout, but also as well staying within the rules and the guidelines that make this professional. Like we're professionals. We need to be training your slap, training your flinch. Like, yeah, that's. I don't know what else you guys are doing if you guys are not doing that. We have all this off time to do training for that. There should be no reason at this point to have a stepping fall or a clubbing or a flinch. It's known already. No flinching, no stepping. I feel like the no stepping rule is kind of like getting out there, or the pivot, because that's what really, I think that's what really keeps us grounded in the sense that it's not a power slap, it's a controlled slap. Because you as a fighter know that pivot is where
All your power is coming from.
Yeah, so it's more like a controlled slap because they won't let us pivot. But if they did let us pivot, now the power is on. You know, and unfortunately, we, as of right now, the rule is no stepping. And that's what I train for. Like,
and that's basically so you guys don't kill each other, right? Because if you were able to like follow through all the way and like pivot, you guys would be knocking each other out in the first lap, I feel like.
man, honestly, I feel like if you knock your opponent on the first lap, it's not an even match. I feel like second round knockouts are like, I feel like first lap should be like a wake up. The second round is where the knockout. If I knock you out in the first round, that means you were never on my level. That's just how you know what I mean? Like, it's
interesting.
That's my little stand take on that. Like, if it's a first round knockout, it's because it's uneven, straight up. Like, there's either 80-20, 80% that it was a mismatch, or 20% that you hit them right on the button. Because we have every clear shot to hit you on the button. But if I knock you out on the first, I just feel like it's a disadvantage or a mismatch.
Oof, that's nasty. I see what you're saying, though.
I want to see the slap. I want to see you get slapped. I want to see him get slapped. Then I want to see who's going to go down.
I love it.
I want to see that. And you know, watching it is so on TV is like so, like, it's so enticing. It's so interesting. But when you watch it in person, it's a whole nother level. Like, hearing the slap, just seeing it in person is I feel like it'll never get tired. It's amazing. So I'm a fan of it and I love it. And
So the sport of power slap, you just see it exploding, just continue growing from here.
Yep. As long as we can keep to the ground rules, because that's what makes us professionals. That we're training to do it in the way that is safe, I guess, and that makes it a sport. And yeah, I'm here to watch it grow.
So, what do you say to the people that say the power slap fighters aren't real athletes?
I mean, fuck, that's such a ongoing argument right there, and I think an athlete is anyone who's ready to perform whatever the sport is that they're ready to perform in. That's what makes an athlete. They're worried. They're going more so off just physical appearance, but an athlete is just someone who specializes in the sport that they're ready to compete in, whether it be bowling, ping pong, table tennis. Like those are professional bowlers, but they're not physically built with 8 packs. So it's just, I guess it's just stereotypes. Like, but we're athletes, and in that sense, may not be physically appealing as UFC fighters who have to train, because you guys train different. You guys are training to dodge. You guys are training for going 5 rounds,
right?
Like, or 5 minutes, and that's the big controversy. Us taking 1 slap, you guys taking 100 plus, so yeah.
I go so far as to think about it, something like track and field. If you look at like a shot put event or discus, what is so much more athletic about that than what you folks do?
Yeah.
Right? You're doing one motion. It's one big thing to prep there. You guys actually have to take some physical contact coming back towards you. I see it as more of a sport now than I ever have.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
I appreciate that. And it's funny that you mentioned shot put, because I was actually watching shot put videos to incorporate into slapping.
I was thinking about that. I was also thinking about discus because of like that winding motion, how they come across. It's just the disc.
Oh,
like,
that's shot put. Yeah,
the disc where like they turn it, they wind and they spin, and you have to you create that centrifugal force, right? It's basically what you're going to be doing with slapping, except you can't pivot, you can't spin.
Just like baseball, golfing, like they all have that. Which, like I try to like incorporate all that into. But man, it's hard for me. For me, when I train my slap, it's hard because I'm 400 pounds following my slap, and I'm trying to keep my heel down. So that's pretty much what my training is the slap and keeping my heel down. Because I've done so much. I train on one leg. I train as if I have to train like if my knee was broken. You know how like you don't train. I feel there's a quote like you train like the worstest case scenarios ever. Like I train with like one eye. Like sometimes I squint my eyes because I'm putting myself in the scenarios if that happened to me while on stage. So I that's what I do on my slap. Like get my left eye covered and trying to measure like that, getting ready for all scenarios. And to me that's what an athlete does, right?
You're truly a professional athlete.
Thank you. And that's one thing that I will always advocate, that it's a sport. We're athletes, and support.
100%. I appreciate the time so much. Where can everybody find you on social media?
Unko Micah. Anything on social media is Unko Micah. That's pretty much my name on social media.
And other than that, we just gotta wait for the next fight announcement, right?
Yeah, I've actually I actually got offered a fight with Slap Fight Champion, but I reached out to Power Slap, and if I had done that, it would be violating my contract. But I'm ready, like, and stay tuned.
Who is the matchmaker for Power Slap?
So I've heard it's between Erica and it's a woman named Erica, and I believe it's Dana's partner Frank.
Okay,
that's what I've been told are the matchmakers. I don't know like really the politics of. That's where I lack a lot of things, is like behind the scene, the logistics and the politics, because I really don't care for it. It's like, give me my opponent, tell me what date, and I'll be ready. And yeah.
Do you know if it's reached the point of the sport yet, before we do end, if like any of the other slap fighters have gotten like agents or anything like that, or is it?
So yeah, I do know that one fighter has an agent. I feel like I could be better agent than his agent is. But yes, a slap fight agent, that's definitely, I've heard that there was one, and Power Slap did not like that. Like, oh, yes, you're talking to so-and-so on behalf of so-and-so, and that's definitely, I feel like that's something that can be a position for someone who knows how to do all that for me, and I work for a agent, a public rep, like just for the sake of Power Slap or for the sake of a slap fighting, just to make that grow. Because I feel like there could be other leagues, just like how there's Bellator,
PFL,
yeah,
purchase PFL,
there's all and
one
and
championship, the UFC,
and I'm tired of them pulling. Not tired, but I don't want them to continue to pull randoms off the street and try to get them to train and put them on Power Slap. Like, Power Slap's the biggest platform, the biggest stage for slap fighting. So let's take fighters or who are coming from slap fight background, not coming from MMA background, because like we've already experienced the people who come from MMA always pivot. That pivot always just goes right out the door when they get on the stage, and I would just love to see them pull slap fighters with slap fight in the background.
And guys that are taking it seriously, like you, who are training sport specific for slap, to not pivot, to not club, to hit the right target zone.
We actually had a guy join the house season 2, and he said that he just did that to get the money to put towards his gym for MMA.
No, I can totally see that happening.
Like, oh, I'm just here for the check. I'm like, what? Like, and I get it. I know we as humans in this world, we need money, but I would I'd appreciate someone doing it for the sport versus I'm here for the money. Like, so hopefully they can find better people to pull for that.
Well, especially the ones running it like Erica and those who are in control of, kind of fostering the sport and growing it to where it's going to be in the future. They've got to make decisions to put the guys like you in who are going to have a positive impact on the sport and show that professionalism in it. If they just see a guy fouling out at pivot club and then the fight's over like that, what are we watching?
Exactly.
But if we're watching someone who's getting 3 slaps in, or in a championship, is it 5 slaps?
Yeah,
5 slaps in back and forth, just these viral moments that you get to build. That's what's going to continue blowing up this sport to the next level, where it's accepted on like not just social media small clips, but YouTube, or pay-per-view possibly, or ESPN.
And I genuinely like it because like you can host a slap fight at any venue. You could have an elegant dinner in a restaurant, and then you could have a stage with 2 guys ready to slap the shit out of each other right there on stage. You can't do a fight on stage. A fight's just, I mean, you could, but like you're gonna end up falling off stage. But like it's so simple, and it's so action packed that from round 1, it's already action going down, and I truly love it, and I truly want to see slap fighting continue to grow. Power Slap is doing an amazing job, and
I appreciate you so much, Unko Micah.
I appreciate
Top 10
you.
Super heavyweight.
Thank you.
Power Slap fighter.
Well, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
So when's your next fight?
I'm retired. No, I'm not retired.
That was just last year, right?
Well, I'm a disabled veteran. So like even getting to that fight was such a challenge.
Yeah.
Then like for one, our fight camp was supposed to be like 12 weeks, I think it was. And then they pushed the fight out another like month. And then 2 months from there. And then another like month and a half from there.
Jeez.
So fight camp was like 6.5 months long. And like my body had broken down multiple times between there. Tore rib cartilage, tore my MCL
So your
again.
fight count must have been intense, right?
Horrible.
You're training everything, kicks, punches, right?
MMA, right? And it's an extreme couture.
And you got to train for wrestling as well.
Which I suck at.
See,
I didn't wrestle in high school at all. That is my weak point. Once I end up on my back, it's hard for me to get out.
Yeah.
If I could get healthy again, I'm thinking about doing stem cells and a couple of surgeries that have been recommended to me. The clock's ticking though. I'm 27. Yeah. I'll be 28 in a few months from now.
You're 27, bro.
I put that with all the ailments, let's say, to be fair to myself. Like it'll take a while for me to get back, but I think if I can swing it in the next year and a half or so, I want to make another run at it.
Well, because I was trying to do some research on you before I came here. Was able to, I mean, all this, like Instagram and did some YouTube. Actually, not even YouTube, just on Facebook, I think I saw something, LinkedIn. But I pretty much saw the fight. I wanted to see, though, I saw that it was by decision.
Mm-hmm. It was a 3-round fight. In my opinion, I won the first round.
Yeah.
In the second round, he didn't want no part of the striking, so he took me down.
Oh, it was all wrestling?
Well, in the second round, it definitely was. I got ground and pounded. I could not get up, but I escaped the second round. I believe at that point we were going into the third round tied up. Whoever won the third was going to win the fight. I'm winning the beginning of the third round. Takes me down again. Yeah. I escape. I reverse it. I get it back on top. We stand back up. He gets out. We throw for a little bit, and then I end up on top to finish the round with a front finger 10 finger choke. One of the judges gave it 30-27 to him. And when I heard them read that score, I automatically knew I lost. But I felt like that was like way off. And then I think all 3 judges ended up giving it to him. But when you look at like the strike count and everything like that, it ended up being in my favor. He did have the takedowns, but I think it was a lot closer fight than the cards actually revealed.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is. I mean, but it's the sport, man. Yeah. I'm happy I was able to make it in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. I would love to do an MMA fight, but yeah, I don't think no one's gonna.
Super heavyweight, man. You got to go overseas in like China or the Middle East.
For a brief moment in my life, I did have that moment where I was, should I pursue Pride or like X1, I think it was, and it just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a violent guy, but if I have to, I will, and that would be the place for me to do that, because I'm not gonna do that out here. I'm not gonna road rage over somebody just trying to speed to get to work. Like, it's not, for me, it's not worth it, because I know maybe it's because I walk with the attitude knowing that I can beat anyone's ass who tries to step to me.
So you don't have to prove it in everyday life, right?
So I feel like that could be why my mindset's like that. But like when it comes to in the ring or any sport for that matter, that's where I'm ready to showcase. Like when I go bowling, I'm fucking launching these balls. like when I'm golfing, I only can because I'm fucking killing that golf ball. Like baseball, I'm swinging for life on baseball. But yeah, bowling is the one where you wanna, man, bowling is.
How good of a bowler are you? Like, what's your average score?
Not that much, just like 240.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Bro, so I throw it down where the dots are?
Yeah.
It's like halfway past the dots. Like
the ball's like in the air until there. Oh my God.
So I'm trying to find a way where I can but like I said, I grabbed the 15.
And just whip it.
I launched the 15s. Yeah.
You're crazy, bro. You're too big.
Yeah.
You're too strong. That Samoan strength is just different.
Yeah. But yes.
Well, I appreciate you again coming on, Unko Micah.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Still Friend Show episode 85. See you guys next time.